Hello, guys, and welcome to the third episode of Gold Room with Iyabo Ojo. Oh my God! So today, we're gonna be bringing on board this amazing lady. She's beautiful, sexy, pretty, intelligent. She's a mother, a movie producer, a movie director. Oh my God. She's an actor. Or let me use the word actress, like we say in Nigeria. She's a reality TV star. She's a TikTok sensation. And she's a businesswoman. Oh my God. Let's see.
Iyabo, this your costume is really funny today. I am amazed. I mean, you're a woman of many characters, but I mean, this costume is really funny. Iyabo, I know you're enjoying yourself, but Iyabo, can we? Take it easy with. Take it easy with her. Mama good. Mama good. I am sure that none of us invited you to this podcast today. We really wanted Auntie Iyabo to be on this show. I mean, that was who we invited, not Mama good.
I was sitting in my house, enjoying a good drink, relaxing and singing, and you guys kept calling me. You were calling me. I made myself available.
It was Auntie Iyabo we were calling.
You got gold, and I am Mama Gold.
Mama good.
You said gold, and I am the mother of gold.
Mother of good. When we want to invite you to this podcast, I will make sure I send an email to you so that we can have your. Okay, I'll send it. I'll send the letter, formal and informal, two of them. I'll send it to you so that you can.
Next time, don't stress me. I don't want stress. I don't stress. And me.
Mama good or good mama, please, you need to relax. You're shouting.
I'm shouting.
Okay.
Am I shouting?
You are singing. Which one is this one again? No, we don't want violence on this show, please. Auntie Iyabo, I know this Auntie Iyabo, and we don't want this violence. Hey, Joe.
I don't understand. You called for Auntie Iyabo.
Yes, I did, but I was actually talking about Miss Alice Iyabo Ojo.
What's the problem? You don't have to be afraid. This Auntie Iyabo is about violence. But you know our violence is with a V. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And we talk the truth, we speak the truth.
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't speak the truth, it's bad. So let's talk about what is going on now. So what do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about the forward price, the increasement in forward price, the government, the economy, the situation in the country? Let's talk.
You see, Kanipe, I was ready for you, who would have spoken well, but today it's not violence time. This is a live show, not Instagram live video, ma'am.
Please, when you call for Auntie Iyabo, be mindful of the Auntie Iyabo that you're calling. Yes.
Okay.
When you call for Auntie Iyabo, I am coming to speak the truth. I don't care. There's nothing nobody can do to me. I will speak my truth. I will say it as it is.
Hey, Joe.
If the government is doing us bad, I will say it. If you come out there and you do anybody bad, I will say it. And there's nothing that will happen.
Please, the producers of the show, Ejo Egbami Bamuwa, Miss Alice Iyabo Ojo, please. That's what we actually need on this podcast, ma.
So you don't want to speak the truth?
I speak it once in a while.
So next time be mindful.
Yes, ma'am.
Of the kind of Iyabo you be calling.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I mean, this is the Auntie Iyabo that I've been actually waiting for. I mean,
Be careful of the Iyabo you want.
I know I've learnt my lessons now. I've learnt my lessons. So I'm super happy and I'm super glad that you're on this podcast, and the fact that you can switch between different characters is actually a super amazing thing for me to behold. How do you actually do this? How do you switch from one character to another? I know that the lockdown thing is a plus, and we all know what TikTok did to you. It brought out everything that you had. So I want to understand, how do you switch, because you have a lot of characters. How do you switch between them?
It's just having to understand the depths of your craft.
Okay.
So for me, it was years of acting, years of experience, years of developing that, that artistic character that you have inside of you. If you're a good actor, you should be able to switch in between characters, and that's what makes you good. But it's not something that can just happen in a day. It's something that gets better along the line. As you grow in the world of art, you get to understand how to do these things, and then you begin to better your craft.
So, Auntie Iyabo, Auntie Iyabo. I'm going to tell time, Auntie Iyabo. What, I mean, we know that you're there already. Trust me. In your craft, you're there already. And I'm sure that you must have had some difficulties. You must have had some rough parts through this journey to success. It's called The Gold Room with Iyabo Ojo. And we actually want to understand how you got here. So could you just give us a sneak peek into those things that actually formed you or shaped you now? Can you just help us with that?
Okay. Okay, so my journey to success. It started on a very smooth road for me. When it has to do with my acting career. I have different phases in my life. In my acting career, it started on a very smooth road. In between were a little bit of bumps here and there.
Of course.
I come from a very comfortable family.
Okay.
And when my dad died, there were certain amounts of money that was bestowed upon me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when I started acting in 1998,
Wow.
that was when I started actually.
25 years ago.
Yes, exactly 25 years ago. I went to look for Auntie Bimbo.
Okay.
Yes, and from there, she started, I started moving around with her. She introduced me to Uncle Kepi Ekpeyon, who later introduced me to the director that gave me a role in my first ever movie, 1998.
Wow.
Yes, I actually met Sister Bimbo in 1997.
Okay.
Right, so 1998, I got lucky, and that was a movie called Satanic that was being directed by Uncle Matthias.
Okay.
Back 1998, 25 years ago, actually. So I actually started going around with her 26 years ago, but I actually started acting
25 years ago.
so I would say 25 years in the industry. It was easy for me because I went through the right channel. At that time, I went through her, and she was, doing so well in the industry.
Yeah.
And because of that, I could get to meet a lot of people, Auntie Liz Benson, Uncle Shola Fushido, a lot of people that big actors that I met during that time. So 25 years now in the industry.
Yes, ma'am.
Then 1999, I got pregnant.
Okay.
And then I got married, and I had to leave acting for a while. I had my son 1999 in June. Then later I had my daughter 2001. So those few years, I really wasn't doing anything in the industry. So, but I really was eager to come back into the industry. So 2001, after having my daughter, when my baby was about 3-4 months old, I started wanting to go back on set to work. But then
and Sibimbo was not in Lagos. She was working. Then the movie had moved to the east proper.
Proper, yeah.
So, and she said, come to the east, come. I mean, no, go, come. I'm like, I can't.
Because of your baby, yeah.
They were very young and I couldn't go. So I said, you know what? Okay, let me just stay back here. I went for a few auditions, but like then if you don't know someone, it's very hard, to even mingle. You go for auditions, you guys are like maybe 250 or 200. Or
Of course. That's how it works.
Sometimes you have to wait. Sometimes you have to like go one first day, second day, and by the time you go the third day, they're already done with the casting and all.
Of course, yeah.
I just like luckily for me, my ex-husband, he's from Milano.
Okay.
And so I was talking to one of my sister-in-laws that I really want to go back into acting, but like it's so stressful. I have a baby, I'm a nursing mother. I can go and be sitting on auditions for forever. Blah, blah, blah. And she's like, why don't you try the Yoruba industry? Like, and it's been no allergic time was then.
Okay, Ogogo.
And on my one, like they grew up in the same neighborhood.
Okay.
Their houses are just like away,
Like a stone throw.
And I was like, okay, my Yoruba is not that good. So I was raised, by my grandmother who's Delta Igbo.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, I shall try. And I got into the Yoruba industry end of 2001. Same year,
Yeah.
2001. I think it was October or November.
Okay.
Right? So I started going, met Uncle Ian Kamlet, Uncle Taiwo, aka Google, met Uncle Abilari, met a lot of people. And they welcomed me. I paid my normal dues. And that was it for me. So along the line, my dad died.
Oh.
And may so rest in peace in
Amen.
2002. So he died a few months after I joined the
Yoruba industry.
And some money was, given to me, which was meant for him, that was given to me.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, what am I going to do with this money? I want to be a producer.
Okay.
Because I didn't really have faith in acting Yoruba movies, because I thought Yoruba was not that
Good.
thing. So I said, you know what, I have this money, I want to start producing. I want to learn
The art of producing. Yes.
And that's when my creativity started to grow, because for me I was very inquisitive in everything. I would want to know about the I want to know about the sound, I want to know about script writing, I want to know about directing, I want to know about makeup, I want to know about costume.
Of course.
I was building myself to be a producer. But actually, I was building myself. So because I was so inquisitive and learning all these trades and all these different departments in the production company, I never knew I was better in my craft. And when TikTok happened, that came in play.
Yeah.
I'd learned a little bit about makeup, I've learned a little bit about costume, I've learned about a lot of directing.
Yeah.
So all that could work for me.
Of course.
Came into play for me. And that kind of helped me. So for me, acting, for me started on an easy platform.
Okay.
And along the line, I struggled a lot, and most especially with language.
No. The Gile. Sometimes you need to do a four.
That's why I run away from I love it. I admire people that run away from it. And so that was it for me. It was easy for me because I went through the right channel. Like for me, I went through Bimbo. Then when I came into the Yoruba industry, I went through Alajita Wazan and
Okay.
I joined the Odunfaka course.
Okay.
And I met Mokare. And at that time, I had my own money. I wanted to start producing.
You said,
okay. I started producing in 2004. And until now, the rest, like they say, is history.
Yeah. I'm so glad that all of these things went from one stage to another. I mean, there was nothing like you did it all at once. And that's the essence of this show, to understand how people actually grew from 1 to 2, from 2 to 4. And I'm so glad that your story is inspiring. So one thing that we know Iyabo Ojo for is the fact that you are a human right activist. Let me you on Instagram. You don't like. Yeah. I mean, she came earlier. She came earlier, but the violence was too much for me. So we know that on Insta you hate cheating. You really do hate cheating. You don't like when someone is being cheated. You don't like when some situations are not going right. So I want to ask, is there any experience that actually shaped your love for trying to help people that are helpless?
Um, Not really. It's just, I think it's an inborn thing.
Okay.
It's just who you are, it's my personality. And I've always been like that. For people who know me very well, I've always fought for people. I don't like people being cheated. I just think that's just part of me. Even now, like I question it now, because now, people kind of time it to be you clouting.
Okay.
So most of my fights that I have done for people is even behind cameras. Do you understand? Way back in the industry days, I've always stood and fought for the rights of, the crew members, the extra cast, bring them on set and you don't pay them. The crew members, you use them, you don't pay them, you don't feed them well. I've always, spoken out. I've always been that person. But for the issue of the rape issue,
Yeah.
child
I didn't want to go there.
yes, and rape issue, that was coming from another personal angle.
Okay.
Because I'm also a rape victim. And I have been
Wow.
raped and molested many times, but raped 5 times.
Wow.
So, and I didn't have a voice at that time because I didn't even know that this rape thing was everywhere. Trust me, until social media came to light, and I was like, okay, so it's not just only me. So that it happens, yeah. It's happening to so many people, and it's happened to so many people. And I began to gain my strength, but there was no reason or cause for me to fight mine because there was no evidence. It's just my words against theirs, which obviously people would not want to believe anyway. So I was like, okay, well, when this girl's one happened, I saw it in me, like Iyabo saying, yours happened. You didn't have a voice. You could not fight yours. But the year evidence
That you could fight with.
to back up what is going on that you could fight with. And if you can help this girl child get a voice and get justice, you've helped so many other young girls out there
To become confident.
what if it was your daughter? Right? And I didn't know at that time that there were millions of rape apologists. Now, that took me on another level. I didn't know that the level at which we had rape apologists in Nigeria, I didn't know it was that much. But I stood my ground because I'm like that. Like, I'm going to stand my ground and I'm going to fight it till the end. And that's what I did, in respect of the fact that it was one of my senior colleagues that was involved. And that's just it. Politics-wise, I just I want a better Nigeria.
Of course.
And I think we all want a better Nigeria.
Yes, we do. Yes.
Despite our different political,
Views and all.
views or parties,
Yes.
we all just want a better Nigeria. And for me, Peter Obi is someone that I feel can do better.
Okay.
It's my belief. I might be wrong, and I might be right. So, but when I believe in something, I will go for it, and I will stand with it and buy it till the end. I don't care. That's who I am as a person. So that's just my personality.
Of course, of course.
But trust me, these days I try to shy away from a lot of things because Nigerians is not worth dying for. But I'm gonna still keep speaking my truth in my own best way, and in the best way possible that I feel I can do it. You understand, but just with a little bit of moderation.
The point is, people actually really want someone that's popular to follow the popular opinion. So the fact that you're not following the popular opinion does not make you a bad person. I mean, it's a free world. You can decide to be Peter Obi, you can decide to be Bart Tinubu. I mean, it does not really matter what anybody has done for anybody.
Yeah.
What matters is what is your opinion.
Yeah, supporting Tinubu or supporting Atiku or supporting Shore does not make you a bad person.
Yes.
It's just your choice. It's your opinion. It's who you believe in.
Of
Do you
course.
understand? So it's different. We all have our different visions, and what got me upset was when they brought tribalism into it.
Into it, yes.
I felt like disgusted by that because I feel
Yoruba Lukon.
for
And
me, I'm a Nigerian.
yeah,
I'm human, then a Nigerian. Do you understand?
then your
Before I
tribe.
even pick on any tribe.
Of course, yes.
And a lot of people were like, "Oh, because you're dating an Igbo guy." I'm like,
And so,
hell no, my man does not even belong to any. My man is like Buhari. I am for no one, and I am for everyone.
everyone, yes.
Do you understand? He's a businessman.
He just wants to make money.
Yes, he just wants to make money. All this politics thing.
You know,
is not-
because,
is not- even
of course.
when he would tell me, "Yeah, but don't say anything. Just leave there." I'll say, "Okay, I'm here." When I put the phone down, I'm doing my thing. Do you understand?
Yes.
And he doesn't really care about politics because he feels like they're all the same. All of them are the same thing. As long as Nigeria should work, and if it works, it's fine. So he doesn't really care. And the reason why I did not support APC and PDP was because I made a very strong statement during the NSAS. And I wanted to stand by that.
By it, yes.
Because I said I was not going to support any APC or PDP. So when it came to the gubernatorial election, that was why I almost went towards APC. But
Okay.
I was like, no, wait. I said, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I have to stand my ground.
I have to stand my ground.
Yes.
Do you understand? And that was it for me. So for me, it was because of the choice. Because I till tomorrow still don't understand why those innocent children
We're killed.
were killed. Those innocent youths were killed.
Nowhere
Those
to account for
innocent
it.
men and women were killed because there were teenagers among them.
Of course.
There were middle age among them. There were elderly people among them. A lot of people gathered on that field. And there were a lot of reports. We've seen a lot of videos, a lot of pictures, a lot of families. I mean, they're there. Why did that happen? Who did that? And because there was no answer, and because of the way they went about it, I was like, hell no. I have a lot of friends in the APC. I have a lot of friends in the PDP, but I am not supporting those two parties.
Yes.
You understand? I am not supporting those two parties. And that was why I sat down and I said, okay, so who am I going to support? And when I saw Peter Obi, I Googled him up, read a lot about him, listened to a lot of things that he said and what people said about him, and I just drew my conclusion that this is the person that I feel will do better.
Yes.
So it's a personal choice.
Of course.
But I did not follow LOP because man is evil. That was because of my choice. Because of the decision that I made 2020. Was it 2020?
It was 2021.
2021.
Yes.
It was the NSAS. So it was because of the decision that I made in 2021. Yeah, during the NSAS protest.
I am actually founded because I mean look at the strong will that you have, like the courage. I just hope that the youth of now can have the temerity, can have the courage to actually say something and actually stand by it.
Do have a lot of, a lot of youths actually do have courage. The problem is that some of them don't have that how do I put it? They don't have the
Platform, yes.
Yeah. And if you don't have the platform, nobody's gonna hear you scream. Nobody's gonna
That's
hear
deep.
you speak.
That's deep, yes.
And that's why I admire Vals.
Yes.
I admire
Macaroni, maca.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
I do admire both of them, because they're tremendously doing a good
job.
And they like the voice for the youths. and they always on the right side. So we hope Nigerian gets better and things get better. And we all can just tell a good story.
I agree to, but I mean, there was something that you said, and I don't know if I should go back to it because I actually I want to commend you, and I actually want to give you the accolades that you actually deserve, because trust me, it is very difficult to come out of that stigma because I want you to advise people with the same stigma. Because while you were talking, you made mention that you were raped 5 times.
Yeah.
And trust me, I didn't know how you got out of that. I didn't know. Probably you're a superwoman or something.
There are not ladies that have been raped more than 5 times, trust me.
I mean, come on.
Rape is more like a norm in Nigeria.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. Now we're talking about it, maybe 1 out of 20 gets justice in Nigeria.
And that's sad.
Those who even want to arrest you or judge you
are probably rapists.
Probably rapists or rape apologists.
Yes.
So it's a girl child, and even some boys get raped. Actually, it's not just only the girl.
Of course, yes.
I had so many terrible cases about rape because when this rape issue started, I started getting a lot of messages. But the backlash was so much.
Too much.
On me. We were fighting for this beautiful girl. The backlash was so much that I just made up my mind not to listen to any complaints anymore. And but I read a lot of it, and I will tell you that I just drew a conclusion that Nigeria has a long way to go. It has a long way to go.
Okay, so the justice system.
Yes, the justice system, the laws. It hardly favors, you understand, the less privileged or the girl child.
So, Auntie Iyabo, I'm sure that there is someone watching us right now that's probably in this situation that you got out of, that is actually watching us and saying, okay, fine, I've been raped, and it's actually a stigma to me. How do I come out of this stigma? What's one advice that you can give them? How do you strengthen them?
Yes, number one, don't see it as a stigma.
Okay.
It's not a stigma to you. It's a stigma to the person who did it. Yes. They took something from you, but you can gain strength. Sometimes from your weakness, you find strength. You have to first love yourself and know that it's not your fault. Whether you wear a short skirt, whether you dress a certain kind of way, it gives nobody the right to touch you without your consent. Do you understand?
Yes,
you
ma'am.
can be married and be raped. Because if I'm with you and I say, don't touch me, you have to respect that. So rape is when you forcefully touch someone and have sex with someone that is not with their consent. So don't see yourself as, a stigma. Don't allow nobody to stigmatize you.
Don't be like an outcast.
Don't feel like an outcast.
Of course.
If you've been raped before, if you're going through that right now, or any form of molestation, report it. We have to not keep quiet about it. And don't be afraid about what is one going to say, what is that going to say. Find your strength within yourself. And the first thing I will say is love you.
Love you.
Believe in you.
Yes.
And then you will take it a step at a time. I believe that you can do it. The devil has no right to pull you down.
Yes.
Nobody has a right over your life except you. You're the only person who has the right to say, I'm going to get up from here and I'm going to move. And I'm going to say something. Yes, my journey in the movie industry was a bit smooth and little bumps here and there. I want to talk about the bumps here and there, because, in the Yoruba industry, there's not much money there.
Of course.
So it was a little bit of struggle to survive, right? Even as a producer, how much were they buying our film? So it was a little bit of struggle. Sometimes I used to get very frustrated and I don't even want to act. Do you understand? But thank God I was doing business by the side. And even sometimes, during our own time, we were going back and forth to locations, like we were shooting back to back. And sometimes it affects your business that you don't even have time to concentrate on your business. And even your business is crumbling. You know, there were those times in my life, and I feel like, and I had children, two beautiful kids to raise, and other children, you know, family children, some that I adopted, that I had to raise, pay school fees to. So yes, those times were tough. I mean, there were times I moved all the way. I moved all the way from Lagos to Ikorodu. I was living in Ikorodu for like 4 years before I moved back to Lagos.
Lagos.
You know, so things were not always that smooth. But you see, one thing I say about life is never allow anything hold you down. Never. Even when we're going to start this gold room of the thing, I remember that I almost didn't start it again. I almost gave up. Like, you know, when the tax thing came, and I'm like, you know what? I don't think I want to even do anything. I think I want to relocate. I think this. I think this. Because sometimes, you know, when the rape issue happened, I cut down on going to parties. Because when I get into some parties, the way they look at me, the way behave, do you understand? Even, you know, among my colleagues, among, you know, some of my Yoruba friends and all that, I'm like, I don't get it. So a lot of things will happen to you on your journey in life. Some might be financial, some might be emotional, some might be health-wise, whatever the situation is, you have to find that inner strength. It's only you that can pull you up. It's only you that can lift you.
It's only you that can pull you up.
Yes, it's only you. Because if you're down and I come and I try to pull you up and say so many things to you, if you're not ready and willing within yourself to be motivated, you're not going to go nowhere.
Of course.
You know, so but you have to know that as you journey in life, there are going to be hips, potholes, mountains, you know, a lot of things that will distract you along the line, but you must be focused. So I'll just tell them out there, be focused and believe in you. And do not let anyone make you feel lesser or smaller than who you are. Because before God, every human being is what? Equal. Everyone is equal. Do you understand?
Everyone is equal.
There's no big or small. Everyone is equal before God. And the only difference is for those who do good and those who do bad. So those who do right by God or those who do wrong
by God. That's the only difference between us.
That's the only difference. Those who do good and those who do bad. So I don't care, you can have 1 trillion, 100 trillions, you can be the richest woman or richest girl or richest lady in the world. Trust me, you're not richer than me.
Of course.
That's how because as long as I can feed myself, clothe myself, do things myself, I am good. So there's no room for feeling lower than myself, no room for feeling, how I put it, there's no room for me feeling little.
No low self-esteem.
No low self-esteem
no. At all. No, not yet.
I have a voice. I will speak when I have to speak. As long as when I'm speaking, I am speaking according to the law. I am not breaking the law while I am speaking.
So I can speak.
Do you understand?
Yes.
I will say my truth.
Yes.
And if my truth becomes your problem, then it's for you to deal with.
It's yes, I agree. Yes, I agree.
You have to be wise in everything that you do in life. You must be very calculative and you must be very wise.
Yes. So, Auntie Iyabo, on this show, we do some things called the switch, where you get to ask me a question. Okay. But before we go there, I want to ask one important thing. There's one thing that has been going on on the internet right now, and it has been about people helping veterans that could not do well for themselves, and most people call it that they've been forgotten. And actually, personally, I don't think they've been forgotten. I just feel like it's time. Of course, time will go. You might be the one that we're listening to now, but trust me, you can't be there forever. So I'm sure that there are other people that are not acting right now, but they're doing fine. So we should not use the word forgotten. It's just that they are not doing well. So I just want to know your view before we go to the switch.
Okay, so for the elderly ones, it's a good thing to
Yes.
help. I encourage it if you want to help. But I would also go back to the industry.
Hmm.
And these are the things that we talk about in the industry, or the things that
Yes.
I spoke about a lot in the industry. And I know some of my colleagues also spoke about it. When we first kicked against the amounts that actors were being paid in the Yoruba industry, a lot of people termed it to be proud.
Hmm.
You're being proud when you speak.
Hmm.
Yeah? You don't have a right to speak when the elders are seated.
Hmm.
That's one of the biggest problems that we've had in Nigeria.
Respect.
In Nigeria, they do not allow you speaking. So the elderly ones tend to use that to their advantage by doing a lot of things that will later in future affect them themselves.
Deep. Deep.
Do you
Deep.
understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, there was no much money during the time when Yoruba movie industry, started producing movies, but they had a structure, and that structure they could have used it to their advantage.
Teach.
But that structure was used for selfish advantage. Right, and I will explain it. In those days, the marketers were there.
Yes, ma'am.
They had a structure where they could say, you know what, for every movie that is being produced, you cannot buy it outright.
Okay. So you can resell.
You will pay royalty to the producer. If they have done that, all these elderly ones that have produced so many movies, they will still be getting some royalties
From their movies.
That YouTube is even working.
Wow.
But a lot of these marketers have bought this movie off them. And the marketers are the one now putting these movies after showing it in CD or tapes, showing it in DVD.
Now they are
on YouTube.
YouTube.
Are still making money. As soon as you watch that movie, you're making money.
Yes, ma'am. I love that.
These were the structures that were supposed to be put in place that the elders did not put in place because they wanted to be the so-called marketers' favorite. The marketers were just thinking about the money they're going to make now.
The marketers were thinking ahead.
Do you understand? Now, the amount of money that was being chopped out to produce Yoruba movies started reducing gradually. Because you know why? A will go and tell B and say, you know what, I want to be a producer. And, B will say, hold on, don't worry. When I'm done with my own
Production.
we'll talk about doing your own. But A does not want to wait. So A will now go and meet the market and say, you know what, stop giving money to B all the time. How much are you giving money to B? Okay, you are giving B, for example, you're giving B 500,000. Give me 200,000.
I will produce it.
And put it. Now, forgetting that when you collect 200,000, the money you're going to pay all these actors is going to reduce. Meaning that these actors will be working for nothing for the years. Now, these actors also don't have a choice because that's the only means of livelihood. So they will take whatever peanuts that comes to the table.
That's deep.
Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So if there is a proper structure, which there was then during ANTP when there was no division,
Okay.
right?
Yes,
when
ma'am.
it's not ANTP, TAMPA, whatever. When it was just ANTP, when they had that structure, when we came in, there was a structure. Because then you can't just come and produce any movie. You had to join the caucus, you had to register from one local government before you get to the state government, before you get to the, there was protocols, there were structures, but they did not tighten the financial aspect of the industry. Because everyone was running around looking for their own personal interest. Because I remember then, even when you do, then we do cassettes then, for all these home videos, people that have
renting, yes.
They pay. They used to go pay royalties before they can even show your movies. And all that. Do you understand? So all these things, they killed it. For selfish interest. And that is why most of our elders today are suffering. Because our industry does not have retirement
plan.
There's no retirement plan. There's no life insurance plan. There's nothing.
So you just act, whatever they give you, you take. And we cannot all be there for everyone because we are so many.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't even know how, before I left the industry, I don't even know half of the people there. We have the Ibadan version, we have the
Ikorodu version.
we have the Ikorodu version, we have the Lagos version.
Of course.
There's so many versions that we have. How many of us know ourselves? Most of the times we see ourselves in movies, we don't even know ourselves. We see ourselves. There are no people I don't know. A lot of people I don't know. I see them on cameras just like some of them I don't even see. I mean, I don't even have time to watch
Movies like that.
again like that. So it's difficult. Sometimes I meet a lot of people maybe on red carpets and they say, "Oh my God."
Oh, really?
Sometimes I'll greet you so well, but I don't
Know
know
you.
And later ask who is that person? Oh, you don't know. So we all don't know ourselves. There's so many. But this thing happened from the foundation, from the very foundation itself. The structure was not put in place for all this kind of situations that is now rising. So my advice to the industry is, and I know there's still AGN and I know there's still, APC and all that. They need to start creating a good structure that can help so that when the elderly start growing older, they might have
Something to fall back to.
Because you can imagine I have, let me say I have 1 billion. How many people do I want to help?
I mean,
1 billion is a lot of
money.
But trust me, how many people?
People's problem will swallow your money.
Thank you.
Yes.
In the industry alone, we should have over 3,000 or 2,000 actors.
Of course, yes.
Over.
More than. Yes, more than.
Thank you. Because, when you're doing, especially when we're doing candle nights, that's when we have a lot of actors. We have a lot of actors. I see the crowd, I'm like, oh,
These are actors?
yes, oh my God. Do you understand? So, how many people do you want
To help. So let's put a system in place.
Yes, we need to put the right system in place so that they don't have to fall into this kind of situation where they become beggars on social media.
That's a deep one. I mean, this another angle, and I am my body just this sweets me as I dey hear this advice. It be like say, Mama, you go advise me, because my life need advice.
You never know. One can fall sick. Nobody prays for anybody to fall sick. And trust me, when they say health is wealth, health is indeed wealth.
Yes, ma'am.
It's until you know. Because I can tell you, my dad was sick before he died with kidney and liver issues.
Can you imagine?
I know how much millions went down. My granny was sick before she died. I know how much millions went down. So trust me when I tell you that health is indeed wealth. And yes, sometimes it will happen, and then we have to come to the mercy of our beautiful fans and people and say, please help us, please help us. And that's understandable. But for the ones that come out because they are hungry, they don't have food to eat, they don't have a car, they don't have this, the association, they can't do everything, but they can put certain things in place. Because I remember at the time I got tired. We had to join Actors Guild, Producers Guild, Scriptwriters Guild, this guild, that guild. Every guild you join, you pay money.
But what's the benefit coming from
every
it?
guild you join, you pay monthly something or yearly something. I can't even remember, but I know we used to pay money. What happened to all this money? Even then, when we go for meetings, we pay money. What happened to all this money? So the industry is just like Nigeria. You pay money, they collect money from you. At the end of the day, they scatter the whole thing, and you cannot question them. Because once you question them, they tag you as evil. They tag you as bad. They tag you as, you understand?
They don't like challenges.
They don't. They never want to, be questioned. And until we learn to allow our leaders, allow us question them and get answers, we're going to keep having all this problem.
Yes, we need accountability.
We need it.
Yes.
Especially we need it. And that's the problem.
So it's time for the twist now. You're going to ask me, make I sit down well. So you're going to ask me Yes, that's the high five, man. So you're going to ask me one question. Um, yes, because I don't dey ask you, I don't dey ask you. Make you come ask me. So, I need to drink water. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Okay. All right. Now, your journey to success. I'm going to pray for you that it has just begun.
Amen. Amen.
You're going to be going higher.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
I want to ask you, 5 years from now, when you look back, what would you want to say I have achieved?
The first thing that I'm going to say is that 5 years from now, I want to be saying I was in one room with Auntie Iyabo interviewing her, and now someone is interviewing me. I want to be one of the greatest producers and a director. But it's a journey to success. So I am actually on the journey. I mean, I might be incapacitated with some things right now, but I'm hoping to get there. I mean, 5 years is enough time. It's a long time, so I'm sure that by 5 years,
So you're gonna be a director. So are you working towards that journey? Are you learning directing?
yes, I'm going through the process right now. I'm doing commercial directing now, so I'm moving towards becoming a movie director. I'm planning to go to a proper school to be a movie director and all. I mean, the process is going, and I'm currently a presenter and hoping to be in your seat one day, and someone is presenting, and yes,
Definitely, you're
ma'am.
gonna be like I say, anything you want to be, you can actually be. You
Yes,
can
ma'am.
actually achieve it
Yes, ma'am.
if you aim towards it. You just have to be very focused in anything that you do in your life.
Yes, ma'am.
You will get better. You will achieve and attain. That in
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much. I mean, I want to do the high five again. Because thank you so much. I'm really grateful. It's been nice having you on this podcast, and this is how we do it on the Good Room with Iyabo Ojo. I mean,
So it's a good thing I didn't get because I was actually like, who's going to interview me? So it's a good one.
yeah. I mean, it was good. It was good. I mean, you're going to do the sign outs. Why I go do person sign out for your own show? I'm saying let until I go do the sign
I
out.
will definitely do the sign.
Yes, ma'am.
So, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned one or two. You found out one or two. Don't worry, as the episodes keep going, you get to know and learn and hear a lot of things from me. So, on this show, we're saying thank you and God bless you. And don't forget to like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. Gold Room with Iyabo Ojo is showing every Saturday from 8 p.m.
PM.
on Iyabo Ojo TV YouTube. So follow, subscribe, and put on your notification button. So don't forget to always drop your comments. I will definitely read everything and thank you. Love you!